I'm back. That was actually really irritating, I'm gonna be dead honest. I'm not sure why this is duplicated, so we're just gonna delete that quickly. There we go. It is now live. Is it live? Okay. Check this. Oh my. Okay, it should be good now. There we go. Should be good here. Boom, 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 boom. Yay! We have sound. That is wonderful. I literally had to restart the entire stream and the application which I stream through, which actually irritates me because I don't like messing around that kind of stuff because it could break things. I'm probably also gonna quickly overhaul my fashion. You know, I'm probably going to do an overhaul to my fashion for this part because I'm thinking I want to change a few things. So we're going to start looking through at the beginning here, just since it's the early part, we're going to start looking at some fashion. We're going to get rid of the arrows though. Oh, that's a heavy load. We can't carry that. So we need to stay nice and light. You know what? Let's actually go wear this. Let's actually put on some DLC armor. And then we probably should swap out our weapon here, you know. Also, Eternal Sleep builds up so slow that really if you're PvPing, just use Sleep because Eternal Sleep just takes too long to build up. Because with double sleep, you're pretty much going to get it quicker, so if you're using like this... So then again, you could just use the double crossbow setup, which you could either do legit through getting someone to drop a second one for you, or dubious means, dubious little creature, shall we say. I will say though, like... probably I should have a frozen needle in the offhand. You know, just for easy frost build up. Oh no. Well, let's be honest. Actually, no, I need to also check something else. So we're going to go to key equipment. And we're going to go to, what is it called? Cookbooks. I need to find the pest cookbooks. Forager, brood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need to figure out where number 6. I'm pretty sure there's only 7 in max. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's only 7 in max. Is there latency going on? Oh no. Please say that's just on my end due to my own terrible like ability to watch streams, but it might literally just be my own terrible ability to watch streams. Like I don't know why, but there seems to be some weird thing with my setup where pretty much I can stream, but I can't watch streams. Okay, let's test here. Okay, yeah, all this seems good. Okay, we're good. It's literally just my devices don't like doing streams in high picture. So, what should we do then? We sort of have to... We're sort of forced I believe I've already given Frolla the concoction, haven't I? Like, if I have that in my inventory, then I've got like 17 of it. But yeah, I've given him the concoction. So I guess we sort of have to just break. Well, I guess we could go through here. That's always an option. Really, what do you do outside of like? I guess we could go the side path down here. Because I'm not really rushing through this. I'm also thinking of doing some undisputed streams. Like, I want to get another playthrough. I'm thinking of doing like a, I don't know, like I'm not really sure which division. I want to pick divisions with lots of people in it. Because I feel like there's no real point doing it otherwise. Because otherwise your fights are sort of just very repetitive. Oh, yeah, that's disgustingly. Oh, wow. Oh, great game design right here, FromSoft. Oh, real fun and enjoyable, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I will always say that FromSoft games can never be 10 out of 10 until they fix the ranged enemies, and they're never going to do that. I'm not sure if it's laziness or something else, but FromSoft just seems to have a complete inability to fix ranged combat in this game. Or any of their games, where the enemies just become spammy, obnoxious, literal parasites. You know? They do 1 trillion damage, they take no damage, and it's just like, like range, it's like, and I know there's the arguments, oh, they don't want range to completely break the game, they don't want range to be like a crutch. And my reaction is just to stare at you like you're the most stupid person I've ever met. You know? Because that has to be the most moronic statement I've ever heard. Someone going, oh, well, I don't want range to be crutched. Magic exists. Your point? Literally, the most crutch of crutch playstyles are faith and magic. With strength and dex, respectively. Well, actually, no, just dex. Because magic dex is still stronger than, like, magic strength. So, yeah, like, never mind. Magic and faith dex are just overpowered because dex is one of the most boring, lamely designed stats in the game. Which pretty much does way too much, has way too many benefits, and literally, like, next to no downsides, I'm pretty sure. Which is just, like, I sit here and I'm like, why? You know? I sort of sit in, I'm like, why? Why do you have no downside? And in the end, I only can assume laziness. I'm not joking. I only can assume FromSoft is super lazy with all this stuff. And a lot of people don't like hearing that about FromSoft because FromSoft is the GOAT in their eyes. They're the greatest of all time. And I'm like, no. Not really. Kind of overrated, if I'm honest. Like, they make good games, don't get me wrong. It's just... I'm just going to make it a point. The most innovative game in the series, Dark Souls 2, which a lot of people trash on, but it's the only game that actually made any innovations that stuck around, legitimately had minimal input from Miyazaki. So at some point, it's like, you have to wonder if Miyazaki's actually interfering with, like, the progression of the game design. You know? Do I think every design Dark Souls 2 did and introduced was good? Absolutely not. I actually think there's multiple things introduced as a concept that was stupid. Such as, like, the DLC really just making certain design philosophies that would later become a bit of a annoyance. Okay, I need to get a little closer, please. Again. Yeah! Come here. Okay, that reach. Also, I believe the snake sword is actually really good if you know what you're doing. Okay, you're down. And this is why you always want a range option, even if it's a bow or like anything. Like, I feel like this is one of the best concepts Dark Souls 2 installed in me. Score of the first sin I'm obviously referring to, but I believe it's not much different even with the base game. Okay, this is completely pointless fighting him like that. Look left. Look right. Yeah. Like, I've been through too many, oh, looky here. I've been through so many looky here ambush spam dungeons that's like, I sort of just go, you know. You sort of just know what to expect to a degree where it's just kind of boring. In a way. Okay, game, thanks. Not all I clicked to. I very clearly clicked to jump down on that, but whatever. Right. I actually knocked my mic. Hopefully there's a ladder back up. Oh, no. But no, I do like that Dark Souls 2 introduced observational awareness, but the issue is I would rather they didn't. Awareness of your surroundings is what I mean, but I wish they didn't, just because now FromSoft's taken a cool concept and they made it the cancer that is this DLC, where pretty much every corner just has a one-shot enemy around the corner that does like a gazillion damage, and it's just really boring to deal with. You know? It's like, oh, which one-shot enemies around this corner? It's sort of your response to like everything, you know? And I feel like that's just kind of sad because it's such a cool concept as well. Because it's like, it's such a cool concept of like to make sure to check your corners, but oh no, can we get rid of this enemy type? This has to be one of the most annoying one-shot enemies that delete your entire health bar. Like, especially with their attack tracking, it's just so boring to deal with. There's legitimately nothing fun about fighting them. I'd rather fight the cannon imps. At least they have something going for them. Okay, you're down. Okay, get behind him. Bait you out. Okay. Oh, he's aggroed, of course he is. Well done, mana. Easy money. Like, this sword is so good against shield enemies a lot of the time, because a lot of their attacks require them to either lower their shield or it sets them up in a way where, like, you can sort of take advantage of them. Anyway, aggro. Nope. You have to be like so quick on the dot. Annoying map design. Like, they're cool concepts, it's just they're really annoying to deal with. And I wish they worked more on having more hidden walls and stuff like that. It just feels like the DLC is kind of empty in certain ways, if you get what I mean. Like, it feels like there's some lifelessness to the DLC. Like that there's been some soul sucked out of it. In a way. Like, I'm sure that's not intentional, but it just feels like FromSoft has lost the magic. Like, when you got enemies like Promised Consort Radahn, yeah? When you got enemies like that existing, it's just like, it makes you question, you know? Like, when you got enemies like Promised Consort Radahn merely existing, you go, Like, I did get a build, like, I found this online, I just modified it, and it seems to work fairly well. And when I see people saying, shields require no skill, I look at these people and I'm like, let me guess, you've never co-opted in your life. You never PvP'd in your life. You probably only play offline, new game. You never actually do any of the interest stuff. You just pick what's this generic broken 100 block shield build. Like, that's what everyone bases their shield opinion off. And we all know it. Every opinion about shields is based off when shields used to be mega broken in this game. You know, with 100, infinite stamina, poise, unbreakable, no damage. Like, when shields used to be broken like that. Like, where you could pretty much make, like, half their shields, like, just unable to be poise broken, you know? And anyone who's actually honest knows that is what everyone is basing their opinion of, like, shields on. And the truth is that hasn't existed for a long while, you know? 1 second while I place you down. Just to save me some stuff. But yeah, we all know that's what everyone's basing their great shield opinions on, is literally the Unga Bunga Uber shields of the past. Pretty much got patched out first patch. They literally fixed it before they fixed their cursed frame rate, which is still an issue to this day. Because FromSoft doesn't know how to optimize their games. Just take damage. It's not like it hurts me enough. But no, like, we all know that's what they base their shields off. It's the Unga Bunga. Ooh, look here, we have overpowered shield build. And it takes a lot more than it originally did to make shields work. And I actually do find it kind of annoying that people just seem to sum up all shield builds like it's pre-nerf, OP, brainless. When legitimately there's a lot of management that goes into using great shields. Like, great shields isn't just click one button and you win anymore. Like, sure, it might look like that from the outside, but I can tell you, having used great shields quite a bit, I am not just sitting there spamming one button. I can guarantee you that. I wish I was. But I tell you, when you use shields, when you use great shields, you are panicked if they do certain attacks. Because you legitimately, if you're making a really proper, like, shield build, you have to invest so much into certain stats. You have to invest so much. And you're just sitting there like, I hope I don't get guard broken. Because if I accidentally get guard broken because I messed up my timing, I'm dead. And that's like your instant thoughts. And you're just sitting there like, terrified of the mere concept of, like, getting poise broken. Not poise broken, guard broken. Because being guard broken is literally the worst thing that can happen. If you're guard broken, you're just dead. It is over. There's no coming back. You know? Oh my hell. I hate you. Like, when you got two of these dudes, it's like, ugh. But no, that is legit how it feels like you. Because if you get guard broken, you are just generally dead a lot of the time. because you're probably going to be fat rolling unless you've over inflated your stats. And if someone's trying to like use a level 200 build to like argue this is overpowered, I'm just like, no, like everything's overpowered at level 200. You literally have 50 extra stats, you know, like you have 50 extra stats. Of course it's going to be overpowered. Like any build is overpowered when you have 50 extra stats to stack into something. You literally can get like you can get 3 stats to 40, which means if it's a 3-way buff weapon, which tend to be some of the most high damaged at level 200, you don't really have to use your brain much. So when I see people like comparing the two, I just scratch my head and I'm like, what universe are you from to say that this is overpowered? I'm just gonna eat it. I don't care. You know, I'm gonna put warming stones here. Can I craft better warming stones? No, I can only craft you. Okay, that's good enough. I should probably craft some cold pots. They're really good against Mesmer. Like, recommendation, if you're fighting Mesmer, stage 2, use cold pots. Like, that's the quick hand cold pots. You can get like 10 of them. Like, use the big cold pot when he does the big explosion, like dodge away from it. Make sure you're just out of range of the blast, and as soon as you're sure he's slammed in the ground, just throw either a small or big pot. It either works, and it'll freeze his snake form. And because his snake form and his base form actually have 2 separate hitboxes when it comes to freeze. So you can freeze his base form and his snake form separately. Which sounds kind of weird, but it's true. You can freeze his snake form and his base form separately. You don't actually have to freeze them together. Which is kind of cool in my opinion. But yeah, I think at the end of this I might show you my shield build just to show you like how ridiculous some of these stats look. And the fact that you're really not optimal when you're using like these builds. And these are purely PvE and don't really... Well, you can make them work with slight modifications in PvP. But you might as well just go raw, like, you know... Anyway, time to make a joke of this boss. Oh, goodness. I might as well just let him kill me. No, we're gonna run back to the door. Come on, kill me. That was fun. The fact he didn't get poise broken actually kind of annoys me. Like, literally, this DLC is just the inflated poise of random enemies who don't need that much poise. Meanwhile, player poise is just a... Like, legit, there's no real poise builds you can make as a player unless you're, like, using certain items that overinflate your poise. You know? And so I just sit here like... Poise doesn't exist. Oh, so that poise breaks him for some reason. Got it. I'm dead. Oh, I'm actually alive! I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead! I'm so glad I ain't a real player. Gee, the build a real player. Okay. I did like no damage. Okay, swing. Okay, he's down. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna make this. Like, I'll probably make it like an hour. I don't want it to be super long, you know. So we cleaned out here. I'm not sure where else we can go. I guess we just have to go down to the Bonnie village now, or we can go through here. But do we do that? I guess we can go through the dragon pit, can't we? So if you hear any slurp in there, that's me just taking a drink. So we can go and we could go talk to the girl. Who apparently is meant to be, I think if I remember, she's meant to be a servant of Pursuit-an-Axe. So that's kind of weird. In all honesty, I'm going to be dead honest. I feel like the DLC ruined a lot of the story for me. I feel like it made so many beats just feel kind of trash. Like, not saying the DLC didn't have some great characters, but those great characters could have worked even, like, without, you know, completely neutering the base game story and just destroying it for the sake of, oh, looky here, isn't this so cool? Oh, you have the strongest, most powerful boss of all time. Aren't we so cool? Like, no, you're cringe. Like, that's me calling you cringe, by the way. I'm calling someone cringe. If I'm calling you cringe, you know you messed up. Because, really, I am a massive cringe, and I only call things cringe if, like, it's really bad. And I'm gonna be just honest, like, a lot of the story in this DLC is utterly cringe. I got stuck on his toe. I do dislike that this weapon doesn't have base frost on its attacks. I feel like that's kind of stupid. Okay, why is he getting staggered so easy? Is it because of the frostbite? Please get to it in time. Is it because of the frostbite, or do they just have no point? Okay, riding my horse like a motor car. There we go, easy money. That's one down. I wish also with the eye thing, you could like select which eye you wish to use. Like instead of having to like be very careful what quest lines you do, and because it changes your eye type permanently. I wish like it had like the eyes you unlocked and just let you pick them if you want to use like alternative eye type. I feel like that'd be really cool. You know? But we all know they'll never do that. They'll never do that. It took them forever to make split like scaling systems for PvE and PvP. It took them forever to like make most things that were like basic sensible decisions. So I don't really have much faith in FromSoft doing sensible decisions anymore. I honestly sort of lost that faith in Dark Souls 3 and like even Armored Core, where it's like I told people when playing Armored Core, I was the first one to say this, that lasers would break the game if they nerfed this without being careful. Like nerf, like I believe it was the double Cinnamon. If they weren't careful, lasers would just break the game. Oh, look who turned out to be right. Everyone stopped using double Zimmermans that did actually have some form of counter with like those really strong range builds, and then double laser came to existence, which is a little harder to counter with latency. Like, I'm not saying it's much better, but I'm saying you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
Yes. Now,
with this kind of thing, you can't just randomly go, okay, we're just gonna change the complete balance of the game by nerfing one of the strongest items, not caring about everything else, you know? But no one listened, you know? No one listened to what I said, and they're all like, oh no, you're an idiot. You're an idiot because you think that might cause a problem to nerf something without consideration of the side effects.
What in a defile becoming a sin's land back seek fear. In a defile becoming a sin's land back seek fear.
But no, I honestly do feel like there needs to be some change at FromSoft at some point. It's very clear I feel like their priorities are kind of messed up. Like, especially when your whole priority is, let's make the hardest, most difficult boss ever to be imagined in our series. It's like, I feel like as soon as you make that kind of a statement, that boss either needs to be perfect or there needs to be some questions about your priority, you know? I honestly think that. Like, if you're going to make such a statement, yeah, that you're going to make the hardest, most difficult boss ever, and then that boss ends up being a hunk of junk, I definitely feel like there should be some questions about your game design and priority at that point. And yes, I know there's people who've no-hit Radahn. I know there's people who have, like, glitchless, no shield, perfect Radahn. Yeah, and I respect people who do that because that's actually very difficult. Oh, no. Oh, thank goodness. But I honestly find it kind of disrespectful to challenge runners when you just say, oh, well, the boss must be easy because this person beat. I get kind of angry at, like, legit when I hear people just be so disrespectful like that. But it's like, it really underestimates the amount of effort and time people sacrifice to, like, get these runs on Radahn, like Promised Consort. Especially since he has been factually proven to have mobile hitbox bugs now. Ironic, since the original Radahn also had mobile hitbox bugs. But no, it's been proven now that he had hitbox bugs. He's got mobile hitbox bugs. One of them literally makes, if you end up in a particular area, one of his attacks straight up undodgeable. Which is just like, that's the greatest game design ever, right? But no, I just question people sometimes when they say things and they don't put any consideration into what they say. It's sort of why I don't generally get involved in discussions about this game. Like, if someone comes here and they want to discuss, I'll discuss, but I'm not actively going to go out into the community and discuss the bosses with people. Especially when I hear ridiculous statements like, great shields are cheese. It's like, they wouldn't put a thing in every single game and not change them at all if they really thought it was a cheese way to play. You know? Cowardly? You could call it that. But cheese? No. And I wouldn't even call it cowardly. I'll just say it's, like, highly defensive. And I find the idea... And that's not why I don't like Bloodborne as much. Because it's like... The game could have been fine, but it always had to throw jabs at, like, a more passive play style. And it's like, you don't need to, like, break another style down to build yours up. Especially since, like, it's a completely different style of gameplay. And I've always found that kind of ridiculously stupid. And, like, petty in a way. It's not too shocking since Miyazaki gets credited for quite a bit he didn't actually do. Considering, like, if everyone remembers, Demon's Souls was sort of like a rescue project for a pre-existing game. And Dark Souls was sort of like finishing up that design philosophy. Where, like, and then Dark Souls 2 was sort of written by another team and made by another team with him overseeing it. Like, really, the first game that you could truly call Miyazaki's was definitely, like, Bloodborne and then Dark Souls 3. And while I definitely think Dark Souls 3 is a fine game, I would not say it really has anything super special out of it outside of, like, the cool idea of the Mound Makers. But it's really the only idea I would actually bring back from Dark Souls 3. because it did also introduce some of the worst concepts to the series, you know? And some might say that's a mean thing to say, but anime-style boss fights, because while Bloodborne has some boss fights that could be considered anime-style, it wasn't truly like full-on anime boss fights, you know? And this is controversial to say, I know. But Bloodborne wasn't really full-on anime. It was more like animalistic, which made sense for the series. Like animalistic, aggressive, super, like, hyper-aggressive, animalistic boss fights. That makes sense. I would honestly say that... what's the term? Do I have holy pots? No, I don't. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Okay, here we go. Equip this here so the AI will use them. We're gonna try and sneak poke. Well, actually, first I need to figure out who's who. So, boom. Don't you love how they can hit you from that far, but you can't hit them? Or you get, like, severely nerfed. I remember when this weapon used to be so overpowered, and now it's, like, kind of a meme weapon. I feel like they need to add base... They should have added base frostbite to it, in my opinion. But they never did for some reason. Okay, I need to get room. I need to get room against this. No, get out, get out. Mimicked here. Mimicked here? They really lobotomized Mimicked here. Like, they full on, like, lobotomized it. Uh-huh. 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 Yep, yep. Great game design. Don't you love AoEs that cover, like, half the arena? No, I just find things like this, even if you're like, yeah, I probably should have done this and that. It's like, it's just not fun to fight these enemies, if I'm honest. Like, you fight them and you're just like, yeah, it's not even my own fault I'm losing. Like, sure, I could learn how to deal with it, but it's very clear since the game being cheap is a lot of the time what you come to the conclusion of, you know? It doesn't feel like you're at fault half the time for actually dying. Which I feel like, even in Dark Souls 2, where I got killed by annoying things, I was like, oh yeah, that was a bit my fault. And Dark Souls 2 is the game where people consider it, like, uber cheap, you know? And yet, I very rarely felt like I was, like, getting cheesed by the game when it came to, like, Dark Souls 2, you know? It was only, like, really, Dark Souls 3, I would actually argue, where I started feeling cheesed by the game. Maybe even Bloodborne with, like, certain... Oh my goodness. I hate birds! They're a dumb enemy type! And I'm also over encumbered, so that's not good. But no, it definitely felt like Dark Souls 3 was when... Like, Bloodborne, I was like, about... It was really Dark Souls 3 where I started feeling like the game was being explicitly cheap with its gotchas. Like the Pus of Man. I honestly think they are a lazy boss type, enemy type, that really shouldn't have existed and only existed purely for the sake of being like, oh, isn't this a very hard elite enemy in the early game? And even late game, they just were really annoying to fight and had no real enjoyable qualities. Which is fine. You can have, like, certain enemies that just aren't up to snuff, but it never really felt like many bosses actually really had much care put into them beyond, like, how fat. Like, I like the old Demon King for a reason, you know? I feel like the old Demon King, in, like, that little side area behind the worm, was a fun boss because he felt like a boss that actually sort of wasn't just anime rubbish. Like, it's sort of like why I like the original version of the Dragon Knight armor, even though I sucked at fighting it. Because it's like, there's these fights where the enemy either... Because it was always like, especially in the DLC, it felt like they'll either anime or they just ran away the entire fight. You know? And even if I had some issues with certain enemy choices, I will definitely say, like, it was more the DLC where it started getting unbearably bad, like, boss design. You know? Great enemy design! It's not like you just AoE spam me, so I'm forced to roll, and then... I should have gone horseback. I'm just gonna walk past. I can't be bothered to fight it right now. I can't. It's boring. It's boring to fight. It's like there's nothing fun about this enemy fight. It's like, oh, one of the most annoying enemies from early game is now back and even more annoying because now he's got a gank around him. So every time I have to go through... No, I'm just gonna skip. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Oh look, the cheese tracking where enemies could like just perfect hit you no matter what. Oh, look at that perfect tracking from so long away. I'm sure you can imagine my facial expression right now. Yeah, I'm not impressed. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I ran off an edge again because I wasn't paying attention. Nah, I just honestly will say, like, this game's okay, but it's very overrated. Like, I like it. It's just, like, the more I hear people praise stupid things, and I'm like, how about you focus on the 1,000,001 issues that the game has? Oh, you won't? Because that goes against your precious narrative that you've been told to have by someone else, and you've never developed your own opinion on the game, and all your opinions are based... Like, that's really what annoys me, is when you talk to, like, people who, like, praise the moon out of this game, yeah? And you go, okay, why do you like the game? And they never can get your... I can actually tell you why I like the game. I can. I can give you my own unique reasons that you've probably not heard from anyone else. I like the armor variations in the DLC especially. I like the world design is a given, but I particularly like the dungeons. I feel like the dungeons are very well done in this game. And I'm on about, like, not the catacombs, I'm on about the other dungeons. I'm on about, like, the dungeons you face when you... the legacy dungeons. I'll praise the legacy dungeons. I will say that the boss designs themselves, like the actual unique bosses, are definitely some of the most aesthetically pleasing and diverse looking enemies in the series, since, like, usually there's always been an issue with FromSoft where they either make every enemy a humanoid or an animalistic monster. And so it's like there's a nice mix of it, and that is actually a really big thing. The only issue with this game is every enemy fights the same way. It's a sporadic mess over the screen with every enemy, which sort of means every positive has a negative caveat, you know? Like legacy dungeons, catacombs. Boss design, boss movesets. Unique armor. Pretty much only in the DLC. Or in certain areas of the map that are too far apart. Beautiful looking set pieces. Way too much space between them with empty void. You know, it's like every positive comes with a negative in this game. Like, it is the definition of open world. I feel like if FromSoft hadn't made this game an open world, most of my issues wouldn't even exist. I honestly think open world ruins video games in every way, shape, or form, you know? I think any sane person would agree with that. Like, that open worlds ruin good video games. Because if you're going to do an open world, you sort of have to go in with a very particular mentality in your game design. And FromSoft is never going to willingly do that. Like, they're never going to willingly give up on being vague and, like, questioning and, like, hiding information in such a ridiculous degree. They'll never do that. Okay, I was in midair, but whatever. But they'll never... FromSoft will never do that. Because they just sort of made their name of being the... Oh, is it this mysterious type thing? And, like, I used to be, like, the kind of person who would not accept any criticism of FromSoft, I'll admit. But I definitely changed my tune when I just got kind of tired of how fanboy the community, quotation marks, was. Like, it wasn't even FromSoft themselves who, like... Oh, my throat's going weird, sorry. But it wasn't even, like, FromSoft themselves who made me start disliking their game design. It was literally the fan base just being so cultish in certain things. Where you just sort of go... You really can't act like these games are flawless masterpieces, really? Okay. I love how my blade attack shoots over him. Like, the accuracy on these weapons drives me up the wall. You might as well try and free aim them. That's probably a better choice, just free aim. Also, I received a notification. Oh, it's from that. Never mind then. But yeah, I'm not really a guy who's very good at explaining what I think about stuff, you know? So I'll say stuff and it's like, there are people who can better explain than me. And also my voice is going weird because of how hot it is, by the way. Like, it's been boiling these past few days to a degree where I'm just like, can you stop being warm, please? I want the warmth to go. I want it to be cold so I can actually enjoy my video game. You know? Bring it to fix the little jank of it launching. Green? I don't know what green means. Are you saying I'm a noob? I won't deny that. Yeah, sure, I beat the DLC a few times, beat the base game a few times, but yeah, I won't say I'm green. I mean, I won't say I'm not green. I don't play these games to become some mastermind expert, you know? I feel like anyone who plays a game with the pure intention of just getting really good at it finds the games more boring. Because that's really how I ruined Dark Souls 3 and I can't enjoy Dark Souls 3 anymore. Because I played that game so much that I really just made myself hate it. Because I just want to learn every nook, cranny and master every boss, and I had this mindset of like this really... And I think this was really where my beginning of like disliking the so-called Souls community began. Okay, I'm wondering if this guy is a troll. Yeah. You can say something else. If you keep repeating that message, I will just remove your messages. Because it's just like, I'm not gonna have that kind of thing. Okay, mate, you want to play this game? Fine. Like, I don't like... Mate, I told you. Like, I don't like blocking people, but I'm not gonna deal with trolls. It's like it's really hot weather, yeah? And I'm playing a video game that requires me to concentrate. I don't want to be seeing someone spamming green FN like it's some football team going, "Eh," in my ears, you know? I don't need that. Okay. That's fine. I'm just saying, if you're going to come in here, can you actually, like, say something different? Like, I don't mind anyone, like, being a bit funny with stuff. Like, you can insult me, you can call me trash. It's just, like, I don't want the same message spammed over and over. That's all I ask. Just, you can say I suck, all that, but just vary up your messages a bit, because otherwise I think you're a bot, yeah? It's very hard nowadays to tell if someone's a bot or not. So I do apologise. It's quite hot. I imagine all of us tempers are a bit short in this weather. if you're around this area, like, people will understand what I mean by mood, destroy, and temperature. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't mean to, like, get worked up. It's like when it's like so warm, it's like I don't want to risk like bots, because like I've dealt with bots before and they're really annoying to deal with. So I end up like getting a very short temper around it. So apologies about that. Yeah, apologies. Don't really get so short tempered, but with the weather and all that, and like having dealt with bots already previously, it's like, yeah, it makes my fuse disappear very quickly. I knew it. I've gone through this area multiple times, and I always get jump scared by this. My heart just goes boom. My stats currently, I am 117. I have 22 intelligence, 18 dex, 26 strength. I'm really doing a minimalist run. I'm trying to stay around this level. I don't want to go over level 20. My plan is to sort of make a baseline character for future characters, since this is a wrench as well. And I sort of want to make a baseline character for like future characters, mainly for co-op, so I can help people at lower levels against characters like Mesmer. Because I know a lot of people struggle with Mesmer, so I plan to do another Mesmer assist stream. I'm also working on a build to help against Radahn, so I'm also thinking of doing a Radahn assist stream. I don't succeed every time, but still, it's like, I do like helping people out in co-op. I feel like it is definitely one of my biggest enjoyments, you know, is to help people out, fight certain enemies in co-op. Are you gonna stay up there, my man? Come here. But no, I feel like I wish there were more people who just stream themselves. You need help currently? You fighting Mesmer? So I can quickly switch over and give you some assist if you need help with Mesmer. Because my Mesmer fighting builds are not this character, obviously, because this is a playthrough character. I'm just going to continue playing through while I wait for your response. Big fire. I know this stream's a little delayed, so it'll probably take a while for you to respond to if you need help with Mesmer or not. The third boss? Which boss is that? Because there's a Dancing Lion is up here. Relania is up here. In the Shadow Keep, there's a little path near the shortcut back to the beginning area. That's on the right towards the main doors. That's like a ladder down that has a hidden wall. That allows you to, like, find the abyssal path where you go down to the abyssal area. Going through here allows you to get down here to Bonnie Village, and you go all the way around. You can talk to this dude. That unlocks the quest line where you go through here and go down and through to get to here. There's also a boss hidden up here. There's also through the same path, but you need a gesture to get in here that you get from like around here. There's like a headless statue with a item on it. Anyway, so yeah, you go through here, you can get a bunch of Erdtree from here. You also have to kill an enemy here to get the leggings of the boss in here. Oh, base game. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so boss 1 is located here. Boss... Well, this would be the second boss you'd probably fight. Is located at the academy. And then there's probably... You would go through here a bit, fight enemies around in this area. And this would be, like, Radahn's area. But you can't fight him yet. You have to unlock the upper plateau. which you can either go around here. There's a path through here that allows you to the upper plateau where you fight enemies in here, and allows you up here. But you actually have to activate the lift, and I'm trying to remember where the fragments... I believe there's a castle. I forget which castles are. I believe it might be Fort Gale. But there's one of the places here. You get a fragment. You got to unlock the lift. Oh, after Govdrek. Yeah. Okay, so... okay. I need to remember this. Okay, so I'm looking here. 1 second. Because to get in here, you need to get a key item. And there's like a dragon in the upper area of the lake. It might be around here, I think. There's like a dragon around this area that you got. There's like a key behind him. And so you can just run past the dragon if you don't want to fight him. And then you gotta take it back to the like academy path. So you go through the village here and you go into the academy. And that'll allow you to enter the academy area. But you gotta find like the dragon in the lake area. And it's like by a bunch of rocks, and there's like this big like rock area behind it with like a dead body on it, and you gotta take the key from the body. If you got the key, then yeah, you go to the village and you go through here. This is where the next boss is located. You go through this dungeon here. You gotta go through the village. That starts around here though. And you gotta go up, and there's like a gate, and you use the key on the gate, and it'll teleport you like into the starting zone, and you go up the lift and you go through this area. Kaled? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're trying to spell there. Do you mean up here? Or do you mean down here? Do you mean Kaled, or do you mean like Atlas Plateau? Because to get this, you only need to kill 2 demigod bosses and then the sentinel in the way. So I would suggest completing the quests if you want to get the quest items from certain characters, because I believe this does lock off certain quests. I can't remember exactly. I would recommend looking up a guide if you're looking for certain stuff, in all honesty. It will probably help you a lot better than I can, because I'm very terrible at explaining stuff. You know? If you're looking for a very particular thing, I'd... Oh, you have the key. Oh. I would recommend looking up a guide, because it's a little difficult over, like, when you're reading text to explain stuff perfectly. So I'd recommend going on the wiki or like looking up a guide video, because they will explain stuff much more clearly than I can. Oh, you need smithing stones. Jeez. Well, there's a smithing stone place here where you get a bell bearing. I believe down here you also get smithing stones. Oh, I'm trying to remember the smithing stone areas. Up here there's a smithing stones around here. There's a path down to this tunnel. I believe those are like the 3 smithing stone tunnels, if I remember. So here, and down here. Of course, you have to enter through the lake on this one. You have to enter from the lake path into like this one, and you gotta make your way down a small step path that's somewhere around here and go into this one. I believe that's where you get your smithing stones from. I forget how high it upgrades you, but I believe any of the smithing stones you later get, you have to go and unlock this region. But I do really need to focus right now, because otherwise I'm going to be here like for 10 years. But that's really all the advice I can give you. Like, I recommend beyond that to look up guides, because I'm terrible at explaining stuff. So I would recommend, if you need any further information beyond that, look up guides or go to the forums on either Steam or like one of the discussion boards you may find on Reddit or something. I don't usually recommend Reddit, but generally when it comes to guides, they do have decent guides. So if you're really, really stuck, I would suggest going there. because it will give you way better information than I could give you. Like, I'm never going to be the kind of guy who tells you not to use a guide if you need it. Because I use a guide myself, so I'm never going to tell anyone, hey, don't use a guide. I'm like, fully, if you need help, look it up. It makes the game so much easier to play. You will enjoy yourself a lot more than you would without it. Because the game becomes an absolute misery without a guide. Due to just how hidden certain things are. You will save yourself a lot of pointless frustrations if you use a guide, yeah? Like, there's no real reason to make yourself have less of a fun time by not knowing where things are. And I hope I've at least been of a little bit of help anyway. Even if it's like my usual rambling self, I hope I've been of a little bit of help. Oh, great geometry right here. I'm just gonna check the stream length right now. Okay, yeah, I'm probably going to like do this, and then we're gonna go through Bonnie Village, and we'll unlock that. We'll get to the final forager, and then I'm thinking we might drain out the underground area, and I think that'll be like the rats. That's what I'm thinking the ideal will be. Lament is going to be annoying, because Lament Turk are pretty much like one-shot you. If you're not quick enough to kill him with all his double gangs, or you don't just delete his health bar. Like, he could be in a really annoying boss fight. So we're going to make sure we're topped off. And we're going to immediately summon our Mimic, because I'm just not going to waste time with an annoying fight. Uh-huh. Maybe we can loot trap him. Oh wow, we're literally just loop trapping him. Talk about making a joke of a boss. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so Mimic Tear just makes a joke of Lamenta with this ability. Like, this weapon does generally make a joke of humanoid enemies, so... But yeah, I don't really feel like there's much else we can do because there's no, like, there's only like 7 Forager Brood books, I believe. And I don't believe, also, there's no way to make him side with you, which is very sad.
For you, things.
Like, that actually does sort of make me kind of mad.
Right.
I'm not joking. I am actually sick and tired of FromSoft's everybody needs a sad ending type gameplay design. That actually has started irritating me quite a bit. Because it's like, yes, it's dark fantasy, but it's not depression fantasy, you know? Like, there's a difference. And in all honesty, I feel like it's just incompetence in writing, where you have everything be, oh, well, yeah, we know you did all that stuff that's really obscure and hidden, but yeah, that has no effect on the actual plot. Oh, no, completing their quest line means nothing, because you're going to fight them anyway, or they're just going to be depressed and commit seppuku. You know? And I just sit here and I'm like, well, what's the point then? Also, I went the wrong direction. It's not back here. Let's go back to the ruins. I know the path. I'm just being a dum-dum. I thought it was through here, but no, it's actually down here. But no, I am just sort of a little sick and tired of the everything must be sad, everything must be depressing, everything must be miserable sort of approach FromSoft has to everything. It's just really boring at this point. You know? Like, it just feels uninspired and lazy. I love how I clicked to jump off my horse like multiple times and the game's just like, no. Oh, the inputs in this game are so delayed at times. But no, it was like free to chat as long as I don't think you're trolling. Because I'm not going to deal with bots and trolls. It's just like if you need help, I'll try and help you best I can. But really, there's better people to ask than me. I'm going to be honest. Like, I am very bad explaining things. So it's just like there's better people than me to ask if you want actual proper help. But no, if people are just coming in to spam one message and just be obnoxious, yeah, it's just, I'm just going to block here. Even if it's like the slowest block method in human history, where it's like one at a time. Like, that's perfectly fine by me. I need to figure out how to set rules just so I can have it clearly written. Like, is there a way to set, like, rules? Community moderation. Is there like a way to like discard? Okay, no, that doesn't work. I'm trying to figure out how to like put a pinned message. Do I have to like write a message and then pin it? I'll test that next time. I'll test that next time. Because if I have to write a message and pin it, that'll be easy. Like, I'll figure that out down the road. But yeah, let's go here. We're gonna quickly grab. Because I don't think you can grab any forager books now. There's like 6 you can grab, and then there's like I'm not sure if like the quest line of Morn's bugged as well. Like it just feels like there should be a way to recruit him onto your side, you know? It just feels like there should be. Like, it doesn't characteristically make sense for him, in my opinion. At least in my personal feelings. I feel like it doesn't characteristically make sense that he just... It's either, oh, he's your enemy, for some reason, or he just gives up, you know? Yeah, I'm not even gonna waste time with humanoids. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, what? I didn't know there was a path down here. I don't remember this. Okay, I guess we could quickly peek it. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's a Lamenter's area. Not Lamenter's, that's a Gull. We can check that out later. Not right now. Actually, I don't think I've ever been in that Gull before. Like, I think I've ignored it every time. So we'll check it out, I guess. We'll quickly zoom through it. It gives me something else to do since I spent so much pausing and like talking to someone to try and help them out. After getting annoyed because like, oh geez, the heat makes my mood so short-tempered. Which is sort of why I don't want this stream to be too long because like the weather's just been atrocious. It's also sort of why I've been like very slow with like starting new streams. It's because it's just always so hot and I'm just like, I don't want to think, I don't want to use my brain. Like, I think the next stream might either be an Undisputed stream, which will like be like maybe an hour at most, maybe 40 minutes, or it'll be like some no audio stream, which I mean no commentary stream where I just talk, well I don't talk and I just help people fight bosses. Oh wait, I think I've been in here before. Yeah, I've been in here before. I think I've only been in here like, I can't remember. I may have only been in here like in one playthrough. I can't remember in all honesty. Have I been? Yeah, no, it looks familiar. No, I've been in here. I'm not sure if it, yeah, no, I've been in here on my own. It's just like, oh, weird memory. You know? Oh geez, that audio failure from Soft. Okay, I clicked the swing and the game was like no swing. The fact that he's immune to damage after that is like wow. Here's the solution. Oh no, I've been here. Yep, you're 100%. I know for a fact I've been this way. I forget who's... Oh, wait. I think I remember who's the boss down here. Please, no. Don't be who I think it is. Rats and dogs, the two most annoying enemy types. Please don't be who I think it is. Is it Yoda? Is it Yoda Doodle Doo? Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, it's so hot that I'm itchy right now, so I'll probably take a quick cold shower at some point today. Like, you know, just something to like cool off the body. I should probably also turn on my fan, but I don't want to turn it on right now. Because I need to drain out the dust a bit first, otherwise it'll just fling up all the dust in the air, so I'll probably have to get the dust out a bit. Which is annoying, that's never fun to do. Ignore the glute. Ignore the glute. Okay, yeah, you 100% hit me, right? And stood by half my health bar. Okay. Still. Am I glitched? Are you actually... Okay. Quick. Strategy. If I'm glitched. Okay. If this works, I'll be happy. If not, I'm going to be annoyed. Because it means I'll have to sacrifice all my runes. Or it... Hopefully I have a seppuku. That'll be good. Oh my... Please have a seppuku. Do I have a seppuku? Do I have a seppuku? Please. Do I have a seppuku? Bleed. Self-damage. Is there any self-damage? No. Wait, poison. Do I have self-poison? Do I have self-poison? Yeah, I do. Okay. Why do I have holy damage? That's a pointless thing to have. I just realized that I had... Why? Oh no, this is gonna take too long. It's not gonna kill me quick enough. I need something that kills me immediately. Oh wait, I remember. No. Oh, this stupid like FromSoft basic testing. Basic testing right here. This is what I mean when I say FromSoft doesn't test basic things. No, they push it out and then they say, oh, we could just... Like, FromSoft are the OGs of... We could just patch it afterwards. You know? They're the OGs of that, I swear. Like, they're the OGs of... Let's put something that's completely broken out and then patch it afterwards. You know what? I'm just gonna go down here. So he just spam grab attacks until he grabbed me. I'm pretty sure I just skipped a bunch of things that I wasn't meant to skip. Oh well. I can come off through again off stream. You know. Like when I've killed the boss, I can just come through a second time off stream. And quickly don't grab everything. I'll probably end it after clearing this area actually instead. I know I might have to go back up anyway. This is the place you also get the giant like head from. Can't remember. Never mind, I don't have to go back through because you have to come back up this way anyway. Nope, not wasting time with you. Go away. We're just gonna run through. I gotta remember, is it down? It's down. And just to avoid being glitched in the wall again, we're just gonna do that. Because FromSoft can't put basic safety measures to stop people being stuck inside walls, just so they can't put particle limit to save people's hard drives. I am so glad I grabbed a bunch of those, like, items, you know. I'm so glad. Makes it so easy to, like, survive certain things. We gotta get through that this way. Just barely enough range. But yeah, we can't get up through that way. We have to actually go. I'm wondering, can we get up this part at least? No, we can't. So yeah, we need to go around. I know how to get up there, but we can't get up there yet, actually. We have to go down further. Okay, this is so iffy. I knew it. No, nothing in up there. Okay, we can continue on. I was worried there was two of them. There were two of them. That would have been game over right there. Okay, now I need to remember how to properly navigate this part. This is what I mean. Overdoes the ambushes to an annoying degree. It's like you take a great concept from a previous game and then you just abuse it to the point where it's just annoying. Like, say what you want about Dark Souls 2, but it did not have this many ambushes. It had ambushes for sure, but never to this degree. Anyway, as you can see, this comes down, so it actually tells you what you need to do. Most people just don't pay attention. Also, that frame stutter. But yeah, the game strap tells you what you need to do to, like, get to the hidden item. And then to get to the next item, you come up here and you grab the item here. But first you kill this person. And then you grab the item, and it is the Shield of Night. A completely useless item that has no worth actually, because it's completely trash. It's complete trash. Anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just... End my suffering. I know exactly what this boss is. It's the most obnoxious boss to deal with. It's Lightspeed Yoda McGee. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Sarcasm heavily implied. I'm so glad I subconsciously just did that. Not subconsciously, unintentionally did that. Because that would have been an annoying way to kill. I've only got 3 and we got Lightspeed Yoda. So I didn't mean to put my weapon away, but well. I'm putting this down anyway, so... Voila. Gonna sit, just heal up the last bit of health. And then we're gonna snack you down. Snack you down. I'm not sure why I even put this on since the bubble gives me the same thing. It's like... Oh wait, it's not Lightspeed Yoda, it's you! Okay, never mind, this might actually be an easy fight then. I thought it was going to be Lightspeed Yoda, but never mind, it's this joke of a fight. Oh, wait, didn't I already fight Lightspeed Yoda? I can't remember. Oh, that was a useless fight. Well, we're going to wrap up here, I think. Going to teleport back to the Bonnie Village. I meant to get to the other side and talk to the Forager, but we'll do that in the next part. Because I'm too hot to play like a game that requires me to think this much. You know? The weather is making my skin like boil. So I'm probably going to play something else. And then next video will probably... It's not... I'm thinking next video or stream or whatever. It's going to be a different game. I'm hoping. But it might be... or it'll be helping like some people in co-op. But I still really enjoy doing this. Like, even if my temper did flare up a few times. You know how it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, people. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You know how it works nowadays with this YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you around. Peace out. Peace. And make sure to stay hydrated, because it's probably pretty warm where you are. So make sure to have a good amount of, like, liquid in your system. Like some good old water, you know, H2O. Anyway, enough of my cringy ranting and